their jobs due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. More than 70,000 teachers employed by school boards of management and private schools now live at the mercy of well-wishers. Our reporter Andrin Kilemi spent a day with some of the private school teachers, and she tells us the story of the pain of private school teachers.
Derek Mudasia walks through this narrow lane to what routinely would have been a way to his house. Armed with a key, he would access his one-room house, but to his surprise, the house is locked. There is no entry today. Few of his belongings lay outside the house. The house he once called home has a new tenant.
Pato langu limeisha.
Derek, a history and Swahili teacher in one of the private schools in Nairobi, has been forced to pitch camp at his friend's house. For 3 months now, Derek hasn't been paying his monthly rent of 6,500 shillings. His belongings have been stashed here and will remain in this small room until he clears his debt that has accumulated to 19,500 shillings. Mudasia's biggest headache, however, is on how to clear the debt that now stares at him.
Sijui lile deni nitalipa vipi kwa sababu napata kwamba ni miezi mitatu na vile vitu pengine atasema kwamba bado nimekuwekea ya kwamba fanya nini? Lazima ulipe ada ya kukuwekea. Utapata ya kwamba nimeweka kwa rafiki yangu ambaye ameniweka pale kwake kwa zile tu huruma zake. Unapata kwamba ile sifa kama mwalimu au si kama una ule ubora kuwa mwalimu.
It is equally the same for Melda Anyango. Anyango, a mother of 3, decided to sell vegetables just outside her neighborhood to make ends meet.
Like me, sasa ilinipata ka niko na loan, Branch International. They have been asking for this loan, but I'm not in a position to pay it. So imeni affect sana, nyumba kulipa ni ngumu. So ile nilikopa tena kando ili nianze nayo hii biashara. Tena biashara pia imekuwa chini kwa sababu watu pia wameogopa.
In a good day, Anyango says she is able to make between 150 to 200 shillings.
Niko na watoto wanahitaji kukula na baba yao pia alifungiwa nje ya Nairobi na yeye pia hana kazi, ni vibarua tu. Sasa hatuna njia nyingine ya kujisaidia.
The situation is not different for Dan Simiu, a primary school teacher in one of the private schools in Ngando, a village that is part of the larger Dagoretti slum in Nairobi. This evening walks for him are refreshing and have become part of his new normal. He has until the end of the week to pay his 3 months rent or remove his belongings from the house.
Nikikaa hivi wakati mwingine nikitembea, maybe tu niitiwe chakula na jirani. Kwa hii plot kuna majirani ambao ninafunza watoto wao kule kwa hiyo shule. Wale ambao umewao at least wanatoka kidogo wanaenda kazi. So wale wazazi ndio wale ambao watakuja watume watoto waniletee chakula. Waniulize kama nina chakula na kama sina watatuma watoto. Na si kila siku kwa sababu mzazi anajua wewe si mtoto wake, si kila siku. Wakati mwingine kama hajakuletea chakula itabidi ukae ulale hivyo.
These teachers have no choice but to remain patient and hopeful. However, some of the colleagues have been hard hit by the COVID-19 hit and opted to quit. Jane Wairimo, not her real name, is one of those who gave up on the teaching profession. She sought a living elsewhere now that chalk and boards have been posed.
At 6:30 actually, nilikuwa nafaa kwa class nikifunza maths either form 3 na form 4. And then the worst of it was there was nothing, hakukuwa na any additional salary or anything. And then you have very many classes. Like workload yangu ilikuwa 31 lessons per week, which is inakustrain ile excess. So tulikuwa tunaambiwa most of the time kwa meetings na director, unaambiwa you are there to be heard. No, you are there to be seen, not to be heard. Like unaona, in such a situation, hata ukiwa frustrated, you cannot speak out.
The COVID-19 outbreak has not only affected several businesses in the country, it has also put the lives of masses at risk, and private school teachers are no exception. Andrin Kilemi, TV47, Nairobi.
Thank you, Andrin Kilemi, for that report. Indeed, the bitter bites of COVID-19.